So one of the things that I did when I developed the fasting cycle in Fast Like a Girl is I tested it on a bunch of my team members that were struggling to get pregnant.
Okay.
And like immediately, I was like, let's try this cycle where we're going to go high carb, low carb, and we're going to do ketones in and out of ketosis over your menstrual cycle, and let's see what happens. I have a theory here.
Okay.
I'm like, I think it'll take us about 90 days to understand if this worked or not. Within 30 days, both of them got pregnant. And after trying to get pregnant for years, like these women were struggling.
So what was your theory then? When you ran that and you saw that result, what was your theory then?
The theory was that estrogen wants glucose down and ketones up.
Okay.
And so when a woman is on day 7 of her cycle eating pizza and ice cream, she's actually making herself more infertile.
Right.
And she doesn't really realize it. And then the back half, the opposite happens. And so you want glucose up and ketones down. And I hadn't thought of it in terms of the mitochondria.
So now
and
we're going back into the basic science
Yeah.
and mechanism of action, and that could be why.
Yeah. So then I was like, after I saw these 2 women get pregnant, I was like, oh my God, okay, let me try it on my patients. So I tried it on my patients, same thing. Everybody like 30 to 60 days, most of them 30. So then I went to my YouTube world. I'm like, let's try this. This was the birth of Fast Like a Girl. People were writing in. And do you know right now on Amazon, my reviews on the book, I love reading the ones that say, yep, I got pregnant in 30 days. But what do we do with your product? What do we do with exogenous ketones to facilitate that?
Well, I mean, like I said, if you are going high and low, manipulating glucose and ketone intake, you can use this to really boost the ketone levels on a transient level.
Right.
Because what happens, exogenous ketone like ketone IQ, for example, is that your blood ketone levels will go up to, 1 to 2.5 millimolar over 3 to 4 hours. And it will stay above 1 hour. If you're sedentary, if you're not working out, it will stay above 1 millimolar after 6 hours. And it will start dropping down to baseline.
Okay.
And then after that, either you have to top up or you just let it, just flat out on baseline. That way you can measure, like you can really solidify your theory about the ketones and glucose, and you can really pinpoint what exactly needs to be done.
Yeah. But I'm wondering if it's the health of the mitochondria in the egg. So if you have eggs that aren't viable, you let the root of that, you have mitochondria that are
Mitochondrial
weak.
dysfunction.
Yeah. So, and then every woman who's struggling with infertility is going to have a little bit of a different dysfunction. So where I might need on day 10 to take in 1 bottle, another woman might need like 3. So I think that's where the N of 1 comes in. You're going to have to figure out what that pattern is.
And that's when it comes to sort of personalized medicine. And that's why I love talking to people like you, because you have the direct contact with people and you touch people's lives directly. Whereas I'm coming from a basic scientist point of view. And for you guys who don't know, basic scientist means like scientists who always try to investigate the mechanism of action. We look at molecular biology, we look at animal models, and really figure out what is actually happening inside mitochondria, what is actually happening with this particular molecule. Whereas clinical scientists who run clinical trials and look at effects on humans. So when we put 1 and 1 together, this world just, we can start explaining the science behind this.